From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, we take a look at how the flu is impacting our community compared to last year. Plus, getting your vehicle ready for colder winter temperatures and snow, and how Lincoln nonprofits will be helping those in need during the dangerous cold this weekend. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Rod has the night off. First tonight, though, we want to tell you the details of a dangerous crash here in Lincoln. A car rolling multiple times before finally coming to a stop by hitting a tree. The crash happened on 10th Street, just past the I-180 on-ramp just before noon. 10th Street had to be closed from Q Street to Salt Creek Roadway. Police say only the one vehicle was involved in the crash and that the driver had to be extricated from the vehicle and was taken to the hospital.
We had not only a rollover type of accident, but on top of that, it did strike the tree, so it caused a lot more damage, and we just had to take more precaution, more time to safely extricate the patient.
LPD says the driver of the vehicle is in critical condition, and they say they are still investigating what exactly caused the crash. Flu cases are on the rise this year. In fact, some cities in Nebraska are seeing 100 times more cases this year so far. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez joins us to explain how the flu is impacting Lancaster County this season. Ariana?
Yes, flu season typically runs from October until April. And last flu season, Douglas County reported just 5 cases of the flu. This season, they already have over 500. I spoke with the Director of Communicable Diseases in Lancaster County to see how things are looking in our area.
We have 333 cases of flu reported to us this year so far. It's just beginning. You know, we expect that number to go up. That's in comparison to last year where we had very little flu. We had 21 cases reported for the whole flu season last year.
As of Thursday, there are no patients in Lancaster County hospitals with the flu.
We know it's here. What we don't know at this point is how severe it'll be.
Tim Timmons says the best defense against the flu is the flu shot.
Given our situation with COVID and stuff, it'll also help the community if we can keep people out of hospitals and stuff for flu, because the hospitals are stretched already.
In anticipation of a higher demand, Rely Care Pharmacy ordered a much larger shipment of the flu vaccine and ordered them earlier than in years past.
If you haven't had your flu shot, it is absolutely not too late. We will continue to vaccinate up through April if we need to.
The owner of Rely Care Pharmacy in Lincoln is noticing that after the release of the COVID vaccine, more people are staying on top of all vaccinations, especially the older population.
Flu shots this year compared to 2020 has been a much brisker market for the flu shots. People have been very much more interested in obtaining the flu shots. So we've been doing a lot of vaccinations of the flu and the COVID vaccinations at the same time. Our older generation has also been after the new pneumonia vaccines also.
In most places, you don't even need to make an appointment.
But the flu shots, just come in anytime and we'll get you vaccinated.
At the beginning of the flu season here in Lancaster County, over 50% of cases were from the ages of 13 to 29. Steve with Rely Care Pharmacy said the most people who get the flu shot have no symptoms at all. Those who do experience a reaction see mild flu-like symptoms.
Ariana, thank you very much for bringing that story to us tonight. Now we go to crime news. 2 boys are behind bars in connection with the shooting death of a 14-year-old girl in Omaha. Officials say Isabella Santilla was killed during a drive-by shooting near 37th and P Streets last week in Omaha. Police say both 16-year-old suspects were booked for first-degree murder, and one of the boys is accused of using a weapon to commit a felony. Police have not released many other details, nor the names of the suspects. 23-year-old Kanye Deep from Colby, Kansas is facing a slew of charges after trying to run from police in southwest Nebraska. The State Patrol says the suspect was driving more than 100 miles per hour in a stolen pickup on Highway 83 near McCook. After troopers stopped the car, the man refused to get out and actually started a fire inside of the truck's cab. They say he eventually got out of the truck on his own and was taken into custody. With a snowstorm on the horizon, it's important to make sure your car is ready for the cold conditions. Here's some tips on how to winterize your vehicle.
When you're getting ready to hit the roads during the winter months, it's always important to prepare for the worst and to prepare your car to stay away from the worst at the same time. Auto Trader says winter tires are just about a must in the Midwest during these winter months. But either way, make sure you're constantly checking your tire pressure and fill up if necessary. I know we all get that light on our dash frequently in the cold, but you don't want to be stranded on the side of the road or get in an accident because you ignored low PSI levels. Fill up your tank. I mean, it's easy to let your tank run low, but in the winter months, it's recommended to keep your tank at least half full at all times. This keeps accumulated water from freezing in your fuel pump. Also, your engine can be the only thing keeping you warm if you're stranded. And while we're filling up the car with liquids, monitor and fill your windshield wiper fluid. Snow and slush will find its way to our windshields, making fluid and working wipers a must to see well while navigating the roads. And as we continue to emphasize, anything can happen on the roads in the winter months, and it's important to be prepared with an emergency kit. With winter clothes, a blanket, and a first aid kit. Tools, a flashlight with batteries, and flares are also a big help. And of course, have your cell phone and a charger to make emergency phone calls. And it's definitely important to have a set of jumper cables. And while we're on jumper cables, check your battery. It often struggles more in the winter months than in the warmer months. Getting a volt test could be very beneficial to ensure your battery is ready for the cold temps. And if not, well, you can get a new one before you find yourself in trouble. All tips and reminders to keep you and your car safe on the roads this winter.
And with those colder temperatures and snow, not all of us have the option to bundle up and go inside. Lincoln nonprofits are planning ahead to help the homeless and those in need as those colder temperatures are approaching. The People's City Mission is preparing for an increase in people staying at the shelter. Pastor Tom says this time of year is dangerous for folks sleeping outside.
You know, we so much appreciate the warm weather we've sort of had through December, but we knew this time was coming. So we're prepping up for a lot of folks coming in. Most of the guys in the camps will come into the shelter, and we know that. And so we prepare for that. We've got extra food here, and we're trying to get a few extra staff so that we can just house all the guys and women and kids that need shelter.
Pastor Tom encourages anyone interested in helping their neighbors in need to donate to the shelter as costs do rise over the winter months. And you know, we're talking a lot about the cold and the snow coming, but Malcolm, it was actually a warmer day today. It was pretty nice.
Right, we actually reached the 40s today. We had a high of 26 yesterday. Today we reached 44 degrees. Enjoy it because, yeah, we're not going to see any of that over the next couple of days. Let's head over to downtown. Over our Allo Communications camera was a pretty look in the sky. Still a pretty look looking over our Allo Communications camera. Can't see any clouds over this view. We're mostly clear right now. And yes, we are warmer. Compare temperatures right now to 24 hours ago in the capital city. 14 degrees warmer, 12 degrees warmer in Beatrice. Overall, just a lot of yellows and oranges on the map. That'll change tomorrow. We've dropped to the upper 30s in Lincoln, sitting at 39 degrees right now, 38 in Wahoo, 39 degrees in Aurora. Most locations are in the upper 30s or low 40s. 40 degrees is the current temperature in Hebron. There is a wind chill advisory in effect. This will go into effect late Friday night and will last through noon Saturday, where wind chills below 25 degrees below zero are possible for the county shaded in blue. It doesn't include Lancaster County, even though we're not included. It'll still be darn cold nevertheless. Frostbite is possible in as little as 30 minutes for those locations shaded as blue on Saturday morning. There's also a winter storm watch in effect for the county shaded in dark blue. Yes, we do have the chance for snow, and we have an accumulation map we put together this afternoon. We'll outline that coming up in just a couple minutes.
Looking forward to those numbers. All right. Thank you very much, Malcolm. In national news now, new details are emerging about the man suspected of killing 5 people in a Colorado shooting spree. Police say he specifically named his victims in his alt-right revenge novels. Investigators say 47-year-old Lyndon McLeod impersonated a police officer to get inside a Denver condo to shoot one of his targets. An internal email sent to the residents of the condo building described how the shooter got inside, including a security guard cooperating with his demands and escorting him to a specific floor.
I'd like to know why somebody who had documented writings and and cited specific properties and specific people in the city that we were not made aware of that.
The Denver police chief has said McLeod had been on the department's radar for 2 years, but investigators won't say why the department had not sought an extreme risk protection order for the suspect. Now to the manhunt for a 14-year-old boy wanted in connection with the quadruple shooting in Texas. 3 teens are dead and another injured. ABC's Morgan Norwood has that story.
A Texas teen suspected in a triple homicide. Authorities say he's now on the run. Police say 14-year-old Abel Acosta is the gunman in this surveillance video, showing the moments before 3 teenagers were shot to death inside of a Garland convenience store. Police say a 4th person was also injured in the shooting.
2 of the individuals came in together, so we know that they were together. One of the individuals that was shot and is recovering at the hospital was the cook. He was an employee of the store, and one of the individuals, a 14-year-old, to our knowledge, was just there ordering food for his family and was not connected to anyone else.
The victims were just 14, 16, and 17 years old. Loved ones now demanding answers.
They took a young man from a family way too soon. He didn't deserve to die like this. I think anyone doesn't deserve to die at a gas station.
Authorities say the alleged gunman's father, Richard Acosta, acted as the getaway driver for his son. He turned himself into police on Monday and is being held on capital murder charges. Garland police released Abel Acosta's name and picture despite being just 14 years old, saying, quote, "It is typically not the practice of Garland police to release juvenile information, but due to the nature of the offense and potential risk to the public, the court has authorized the release of his information."
When it's kids, when it's 14 and 16-year-old kids committing acts and victims of acts, it's even harder for us to comprehend that.
Police took another person into custody earlier this week who has since been released. Police are still calling him a person of interest. As for 14-year-old Abel Acosta, police say that he's armed and dangerous. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Still to come on the news tonight, after the 2nd warmest December on record for us, we talked to a climatologist. We'll have that and your full forecast after the break. We have an update now on those severe storms and tornadoes from earlier in this month. Money is now available for those who suffered significant damage. Nebraska Lieutenant Governor Mike Foley signed a disaster declaration so that the state could receive federal assistance. The December 15th storms knocked down power lines and trees across the state. Officials say even now, they're still conducting damage assessments. That same line of storms also killed 5 people from 3 states. None of those were in Nebraska. And it may not feel like it much this weekend, but we're actually at the end of the second warmest December on record. Channel 8's Nathan Grieve explains why that has some people worrying, though, about climate change.
We are only a couple of weeks removed now from a string of strong storms, which is pretty unusual for this month.
To me, the climate change factor was that we're much warmer than what we should have been in December. And so the environment in which these storms were produced is different, and climate change was certainly a part of that.
Climatologist Martha Shulsky isn't saying the storms themselves wouldn't have happened, just that they'd have a lot different of a look in a normal year.
If we were the temperatures that we should be in December, this would be a winter storm event.
December isn't the only month seeing temp swings.
Throughout the whole year. January, sometimes we've seen recently where we get warmer, but February, that's where we've seen in recent decades the strong cooling. So that up and down, that increase in variability is a signature of climate change, and that's something that we have experienced will continue into the future.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Malcolm Byron.
We're heading over to Honda of Lincoln, a pretty sunset looking to the southwest. Not a cloud in sight, mostly clear skies this evening, and mostly clear skies are expected into the overnight hours as well. It's a chilly evening, I guess, but not by winter standards. We're at 39 degrees right now. Our average high for this time of year is 36 degrees. So above our average highs right now, 38 degrees in Beatrice, 38 in Wahoo, 39 in Columbus. For the most part, we are in the upper 30s to right around 40 degrees. Hebron still hanging on to the lower 40s, sitting at 40 degrees at this hour. Again, mostly clear skies right now, and we can see that on the satellite perspective. No rain or snow nearby. We are dry for the time being. That will change come late tomorrow night and especially into Saturday morning. Stormcast 6 o'clock tonight. Not seeing any clouds here as we broaden out the view into the overnight hours, staying mostly clear. Although this run of Stormcast doesn't show it very well, I think in the eastern part of the state we may see some low clouds start to develop, but still mostly clear on average tomorrow morning. As we go in towards tomorrow afternoon, that's when clouds start to increase, becoming partly cloudy by afternoon. And by the late afternoon and into the evening, look at the entire state of Nebraska just filling in with cloud cover in anticipation of our next storm system. You might notice some of these whitish blues off in western Nebraska late Friday. Those will push off towards the east as we get closer to midnight, bringing in the new year with some snow for some of our western counties in the state of Nebraska. As you go into the wee hours of the morning and especially early Saturday, that's when the snow starts to fill central and southeastern Nebraska. Seeing some of these darker blues indicating some heavier snow for the capital city and especially points south. Early Saturday at the onset of this event, you might notice some of these pinks in Pawnee and Richardson counties. There's a chance there may be a couple of sleet pellets mixed in, but it'll quickly change over to snow for those counties. I'm expecting all snow for the capital city. We're expecting snow into the afternoon, even into the late afternoon before it finally tapers off in the evening hours on Saturday. It'll be falling for a good amount of time, so we're expecting some decent accumulations out of this. In the capital city, upwards of 4, perhaps 5 inches are possible. We're in the southern end of this 2 to 5 inch range here. 5 to 8 inches possible in Beatrice. And I want to note here, this is subject to change. These type of forecasts are very sensitive to very small changes in atmospheric parameters, and those may change as we go over the next day or so. And if we did have to change the forecast, we may actually bump up some of the accumulations. So make sure you stay tuned to Brittany Foster tomorrow morning and meet tomorrow afternoon as we may have some changes to that snow accumulation map. But here's what we know now. The high highest totals are going to be in southeast Nebraska. The farther north you go, the less snow you will see. Wind gusts on Friday night and into Saturday could approach 35 miles per hour, so couple heavy snow with windy conditions. Yeah, that could create for some visibility concerns. The other thing is wind chills will become dangerously cold as we go in towards this weekend. Here's what I'm talking about. Late Friday night, wind chill values or the feels like temperatures below zero, sticking with us as we go in towards Saturday morning. Minus 16 in the capital city, minus 25 out farther west. That's why wind chill advisories are posted farther west. Going into Saturday afternoon, still below zero. Still below zero on Sunday morning. We don't get above zero for wind chill values until Sunday afternoon. But in the meantime, 19 degrees, not quite as chilly tonight, mostly clear skies, maybe some low clouds in the capital city, but mostly clear overall. Tomorrow is our transition day, New Year's Eve, 33 degrees, just slightly above freezing. 9 degrees for Saturday, however, snowy and windy. -9 the forecast low on Sunday morning with dangerously cold wind chills expected. 21 cold and sunny for the afternoon, Sunday afternoon. 35 on Monday, warming up to the 40s on Tuesday. Maybe another disturbance bringing us some snow showers by the middle part of next week.
All right, thank you very much, Malcolm. A down day on Wall Street today. The Dow is down 91 points, NASDAQ fell 25. We'll be right back. Finally tonight, a truck makes an 80-mile trip with no driver, and a driver makes a short trip that ends in flames. Here's tonight's Take a Look at This.
A San Diego-based tech firm's high-tech truck has become the first fully autonomous and driverless semi on the open road, unless you count Optimus Prime or the possessed demon truck from Maximum Overdrive. You know, Maximum Overdrive with Emilio Estevez and music by AC/DC. Anybody? Fine, I'm showing my age. Okay, back to real life. The company, Too Simple, says their driverless truck made an 80-mile trip from Tucson to Phoenix that was supervised by law enforcement. The truck successfully navigated surface streets, highways, and traffic signals, and all, the company says, while interacting naturally with motorists.
We had literally one instance where I think some other big truck driver passed us and it slowed down because he realized there wasn't anybody in the cabin.
The company has built a fleet of driverless trucks and believes this emerging industry could provide a real solution to recent supply chain issues. There was a driver behind the wheel of this vehicle in Michigan that suddenly careened into a gas station pump, causing a fiery explosion. The accident was caught on camera, as were the heroic efforts of bystanders who rushed in and pulled the occupants from the vehicle. Eyewitnesses shared video of the accident's aftermath, which thankfully resulted in no injuries. Authorities are now investigating what led to the crash and whether the gas station can safely reopen. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
All right, Malcolm, one more check of our nice weather for now, but chilly this weekend.
Right, mild by winter standards. Clear skies over the next several hours, dropping to the lower 30s by 6 o'clock, mid-20s by 8. Yeah, the clear skies are going to have the effect of cooling off temperatures rather quickly. Look for a low of 19 degrees in the capital city tomorrow morning.
All right, thank you, Malcolm, and thank you all for joining us. World News with David Muir is coming up right after this. Have a great night.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
Our savings dial is peaked. Luxury hot tubs up to $2,500 off.
Or 24 months, no interest.
Supreme Spa and Pool.